almost noon. We're a few seconds early, shock horror.
3, 2, 1. Ta-da!
It's time for Magical Monday. Ha-ha. Voiceover man. So there you go.
All right.
Let's go see who's where and what's going on. Let's have a look then.
Oh
my... Okay. All right. I think I'm going to have to scroll up. I think we've got a lot of people here. Gosh. I think she was first. All right then. So, hello Savannah, hello Gilda, hello Sean, hello Laura, hello Scarin, Black Raven, new viewer. Hello, welcome. Hello Helena, hello Jessica, hello Peggy, and hello Anna Marie. Cool. And hello,
Carol.
Oh my God, there's a
Carol.
ton of people. Oh, Carol, happy birthday. We might have to
Happy
sing
birthday
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Carol. Happy birthday to you. We didn't sing it nastily.
No.
We did a nice one. People are joining us so fast on the TikTok, I can't possibly keep up. Hello, if you're all joining us. Please feel free to throw us a gift if you want a reading. We'll be doing readings shortly. Any gift you like, but mash the like button, share this.
I found a really cool birthday meme for Carol.
A cool birthday meme?
It was a wolf going, "Happy birthday to you."
I can see that. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah. Well, that was good. Gosh, hello, Carla. Hello, Christina. User awful lot of numbers. Welcome. There you go. And Anna Wilson as well. Oh, goodness. And now everybody's saying happy birthday to Carol on the tube.
And she's saying
of course.
There you are. And that's where we are on this fine Monday morning.
It'll raise our chat rate. Listen, there is a disparity immediately I must address this with you if you'd be so kind. There are way more people watching than have mashed the like button. You need to mash that like button. And if you're watching on the Talk of Tick, please mash the like button, like our live, and please share it with your friends. It helps us be less of a well-known secret. We'd like to be that. All right then, moving on. She says she loves a meme.
Oh, good.
That's good.
All right.
All right, where are we at? What's going on astrologically, boss?
Well, this is what I thought we'd talk about today. We'll talk about time.
Oh gosh, there's never enough of it.
Right. Well, when I woke up this morning, I said, "Oh my God, it seems like Anton's birthday was yesterday, but it's like 2 weeks.
It's actually 2 weeks ago.
Like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So, hi Wendy. We can look at time in all different kinds of ways because we are the people who make up time.
It's that wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey stuff, as they say. Yeah.
So, when we're really little, hours seem years long.
Oh, don't they? Summer holidays last for months.
Oh, yeah. And now we're at our age that a month is like a week long.
Not even.
Not even. And that...
what happened? Where'd it go?
That a week is like a day. You're like, holy shit, it's September already.
I know. It almost is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Crazy.
So I want to talk a little about that kind of expanded or contracted way to look at things, right? So, we could look at a 2,000-year segment of time, a big expansion, and an age of a certain sign, right? The age of Aries, the age of Pisces, the age of Aquarius. And we could see that, again, it's taking, 1159 is 1960, 2020 is 12 o'clock. 2080 is 1201. So we can see how it's affecting society as an age.
Yes.
And then we could look at a year's time and we could think, gosh, I remember 2019 and it was such a this and that was going on, and then the pandemic, and it just seems like...
Then everything stopped. I do remember that, yeah.
Yeah, everything's kind of just been blended together since then. But I think that I'd like to say welcome to Virgo season.
Did you see that?
We know that Virgos are really good at paying attention to detail and finding typos and not being tricked and that kind of thing. So if we look at a year and break it into the seasons, right? We could break the year into the 4 3-month seasons, and we could look at that elementally, and we could see that, we're finishing up summer and coming into fall and that kind of thing, and fall into winter, all that kind of stuff. But we could also look at the different energies each zodiacal sign brings, and we can kind of gear what we're doing to try to understand that energy, right? So we've just gone from this showy, zippy, electrical kind of Leo energy, the actor.
The actor. I am an actor.
And now we're moving into the more serious, detailed kind of energy, right? It is still Earth, although it is mutable Earth, but it's still Earth, not like fixed Earth, where Leo was fixed fire.
Fixed fire.
So when we think about that last 30 days in Leo, there was a lot of showmanship, right? We had the both conventions, and there was a lot of there was a lot of very outward kind of showy video, very showy. That's
glitzy, flashy,
very Leo,
DJs,
very,
and
very
lots of
Leo,
noise
like,
and sparkly
look
stuff.
at me, right?
Thank you for sending us all the hearts. We love it.
But now we're moving into the Virgo time of year, where things might get a little more detailed.
Right.
And we might see things being scrutinized, right? Because Virgo is very much like in shamanism, like mouse. Mouse is scrutiny. So Virgo is kind of like that. Let's look at the tiny bits. Let's look at each bit a piece at a time. Let's be precise.
In the detail.
So this week we have the last quarter moon waning.
Yes.
Because the 3rd is the Virgo new moon.
See, look, when do you even put the right glyph up? Look.
Happy Monday. Oh.
Yes, with the last quarter. I love it. Anyway, moving on. Sorry.
Well, see, you've been talking about the time warp because there really is one.
Oh, sorry. You started reading all the posts.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
But I think that, as witches, it's nice to pay attention to things in an astrological way.
Well, it certainly helps.
So we know that this, when we have a zodiac sign, we have the 4 big stations of the moon in the same kinds of signs. So right now we have Gemini, the other Mercury sign,
yes,
for it waning into the Virgo new moon, which is also kind of like reporting details and recording details, and the journalist and the debater kind of thing, which I find really interesting. That we're coming into the Virgo time of year, and we're now going to have the debates. It's really very interesting.
Well, it's because all the showmanship of the conventions, and now the detail
and now
of
the
the
details
debates.
of the words being said, and the
words
scrutiny
matter.
of those. Yes, but I think if we kind of try to live our own lives in sync with what's going on,
yes.
I'm not talking about you have to pay attention to politics or anything else like that. I'm just using it as an example for us to see it playing out.
Yes,
right?
it's sort of front and center on the stage right now, isn't it? So why not?
But for us individually,
yes,
if we get in sync with what's going on, we can use it in positive ways for ourselves.
Absolutely. If you live in harmonic relationship.
So, not really paying attention to all of that kind of stuff. Think about it on the smallest level for you,
me.
Because we've talked about whatever's going on can affect you, can affect your family, can affect your community, can affect your country, can affect the globe, can affect the universe, that kind of thing. And it can come back the other way too and say that, yes, we see this affecting the age, we see this affecting the country, we see this affecting our community, we see this affecting our family, and we see how it's offering its energy for us. So I'm going to say, as a personal project, from now until the 3rd of September on the new moon.
The new moon, right? So during your last quarter.
Yep. Look in detail at something that you want to improve.
Right.
Right? So if it's your health, do some research. What can you do to make things better?
Okay.
What can you release? What habits can you let go of, right? Because we're in that waning,
What
releasing,
doesn't
right?
serve you kind of thing.
What doesn't
gone.
serve you?
Yeah.
What foods disagree with you? What routine disagrees with you, right? Like,
Getting up in the morning.
are you doing? Yeah, I know. Are you doing something that you could change some details about to take to a better advantage for yourself, health-wise?
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
And if it's just, I don't know, something else I could think about would be like, in your home,
Yes.
is there something going on in your house that's annoying you, right? Like maybe you have one too many junk drawers. So you're going to dump them all out and go through them all in great detail, Virgo. And you're going to purge out the things that you haven't used in years, and organize yourself so that, that doesn't bother you anymore.
And right back at you, J Trip. Thank you for the kind words.
So I think that's what it's about this
Absolutely.
week is like perfecting something. I know that we say don't strive for perfection, but Virgo really likes
Improving.
things to be organized and detailed, and if you can improve something by
Improve it.
changing a detail or two, or releasing something, and it could be anything from soup to nuts. Maybe like you think, I swear too much, so I'm gonna
No, I effing don't.
I'm gonna pay attention to the details of my words. That's very Virgo, and I'm gonna get myself in a new habit, and I'm not gonna swear anymore. So again, I'm just saying these are all different examples, health and living and whatever. But getting in sync with what's going on can really help you have the extra little bit of energy that you need. There's an ad.
There is? Oh no. Again, that's already the
little
third
bit
one.
of extra energy that you need to get the things organized that you'd like to get organized.
And do you know what the wonderful thing about Virgo is? It's the little things that make the big differences.
Yep.
This is where it gets really, 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 really fascinating. I love it. And I know some of you guys I saw, I'm trying to say, it was Michelle was saying harmony. I wish. It's a lot easier to be in harmony than it is to be disharmonious. It's almost like if you're trying to pitch where you're going to sing, it hurts when you're out of key. Well, it hurts some people if you've got the ears for it. So you have to listen. You have to listen and listen about, picking up what the vibe is. What's
out there? What's
the
being offered?
zeitgeist, for want of a better word.
Well, if we think about mutable Earth, it's changeable, right?
It is, yeah.
So here's an opportunity to make some detailed changes.
And subtle. They're not massive. They're not sweeping changes. We're not blowing everything away. We're making subtle, detail oriented. I can't even say, because I would say orientated and I'm English and it's really confusing, I know. But detail oriented changes, little ones, just the tiny little ones are going to make the big differences, aren't they?
And then with the new moon, that's a great time to start something
And
new.
growing again.
So
Set a new
whatever
intention.
habits that you're changing or fixing right now, and then maybe with the new moon you start a new project that kind of goes along with it, right? So if you were working on health things, then maybe you start keeping a health diary when the new moon comes, and keeping track of how you're doing, or you start a journal when the new moon comes, whatever you want to do. But getting in sync with that zodiac energy, and go ahead and look back and see, what was I doing during the Aquarius time? What was I doing during the Pisces time? What was I doing during the Aries time?
Yes.
If you keep a calendar, and if it's not you personally, you could look at what was going on, around you at that time with family or whatever. Did you finish your coffee?
I did.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I was in need of coffee this morning. I had to have it. I might have another one later, but then I'll be over caffeinated. So
You don't want to see him over caffeinated.
No, you don't. You don't, really. I would love to share with people. I mean, some of you probably don't know, but many, 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 many moons ago, I used to smoke. And when I first met Lisa was the time I actually gave up smoking. I didn't have a cigarette since I got on the plane to go to America in 1998 for the first time, and I haven't smoked since. But it was like, that's one of those almost enormous things, especially if you're like a habitual, or, you know, I was up to more than a packet a day, I have to tell you.
And when was the first time you came?
December 15th, 1998.
And what sign was that?
Let me have a look. December 15th would have been Sagittarius, which is all about travelling and expanding the mind and all that fun stuff, wouldn't it?
Isn't that fun?
Isn't it? So anyway, what I was going to say was, if you think you're going to quit and go cold turkey, it's hugely hard, and it's very difficult. Even though, you know, all of you, your rational mind, you know, smoking is not good for a person. You know that. We all know that. There's a massive amount of scientific evidence that has proven this beyond any reasonable doubt at this stage, that smoking is just not good for a person. But, you know, quitting is bloody hard. Mm-hmm. It really is. And some people need support through it. But I think I approached it in a kind of sort of different way. I didn't throw my cigarettes away. When did we throw away my last packet of cigarettes?
2008?
It was probably 2008. Yeah, it was. But my thing was, just for now, just for right now, this very second, and I'm putting no pressure on myself going forwards, but just for right now, I'm choosing not to smoke. Just right now. And that's it. And oddly enough, I've since learned that you will break your addiction to cigarettes within 7 days. The rest is habitual. The addiction to nicotine. If you can keep off it for 7 days.
Any habit is broken in 7 days because it works its way through all of the chakras.
Yeah, see now, but I didn't know that. But the little things. So that just for now, I'm choosing not to smoke. So I'm not advocating it. I'm not trying to, you know, preach at you or anything like that. But I'm just saying that actually worked for me.
Attention to
that worked
detail,
for me.
Yeah.
And it was that tiny little thing. It was just for now. That's just for now. It was like really weird. But I know, like, years afterwards, waking up thinking I dreamt of smoking. Oh my God, I broke. But I didn't. It's all right. It's just like weird. But there you go. That's a little personal story for you.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, pick something that you could really dig into the details of. Right? This isn't like a giant goal kind of time. This is more like, what can you get to the tiny details of? What can you change on a little level, on a very detailed level? And what can you let go of?
Yeah.
You know,
what doesn't serve you?
What doesn't serve you?
This
is a great time for releasing.
It is. And there's lots of things, you know. There's lots of little things that we do which are just not helpful to us. And you know, don't beat up on yourself, but just eliminating those things, or at least one thing, just one thing for now. Don't make it too hard. It just makes life so much easier. And that's using the energies of what's available in this very powerful time astrologically. Oh my gosh, what is it? They're just like, oh hello, well hello, Kat. You're not late, Cass. It's all right. You can turn up any time you want.
Go back and look.
You can go back and watch. That's a wonderful thing about that. And hello, Geraldine. How you doing? Hope you're feeling better.
Oh, when did Geraldine come?
Just. She says hi. So we've just got a whole tribe here. It's marvellous. We better get on with it. So if you're watching on the TikTok and you would like a reading, it is imperative you send us a gift. It doesn't matter what. Anything from a rose to TikTok universe. Please help yourselves. And
TikTok universe?
We've never had one of them. Go on. I don't know what you get for a TikTok universe. Maybe somebody will give us one time.
Oh, a whole probably 2 cents. Okay. Savannah is first.
Who's going first, though? Is it thee or me?
Thee.
All right.
Savannah.
Oh, hey.
Oh.
Now, I'm going to tell you about this again, and it's really apt and appropriate that this should jump up at this point. So it's like, oh, why me? Why have I got to carry all this bleeding stuff? Yeah? You know, why have I got all this burden? Why me? Hold on, slow up. Let's look at this in a totally different way. You're there almost. You haven't got far to go, and you're making a bit of a meal of it. So just put the bleeding ones down for a second, grab them, pick them up together, and just stick them on your shoulder so they're not falling apart all over the place. You know, there's a better way of doing that. Reassess what you're doing. And here's the thing that jumped out at me, and I mean, you guys can probably see it on the TikTok.
Don't burn your hand off.
I'm not going to burn, but it's very difficult for you to see. But if you have your deck at home. Almost misspoke. If you have your deck, stop it.
So
Stop
sure
it.
People do have
Stop
that
it.
other thing.
Stop. We're not going there. If you have your own deck at home, Okay, look just above this character's foot and you will see there is a ploughed field there. So this says there's potential, as yet unrealized potential. So ease up, there's a better way of doing this. Just pop them down for a second, regroup, stick them on your shoulder, and it's going to be an awful lot easier because you're almost there. And then there's even more potential for you. So there you go. So apparently Helena's lost it here. I lost it some time ago, Helena, as well you know.
So now I feel this, there's an energy here about giving responsibility back to those who should be carrying it. And again, this could be on a bigger scale. It could be about things that you've been working on and waiting for that other people have to make decisions about or get on the stick about. And you've been carrying that burden and it's time to make them have the responsibility. I just feel like this week is about the details of accountability and getting someone to take back their stuff, carry their own stuff, so you don't have to carry it anymore.
Hot dog. Don't mind if I do.
Oh no. All right, I'm first for Gilda.
That's it.
Oh, Gilda.
Now,
normally this card is an actual physical move if you wanted to change residence. But I kind of feel like this today for you is about an opportunity. So I feel like something is opening up, that there's an opportunity for you, and you're trying to decide whether you want to make that move or not, whether you want to take it on. So perfect time to look at the details, make your list of pros and cons, and decide if what is best for you. But it's a big opportunity, but it would mean quite a change, I think.
Indeed. But change isn't necessarily bad. You know what I mean? I know you're a fixed sign. This is Helena, right?
No, this is Gilda.
Oh, she's also Aquarius.
She's also Aquarius.
So you are. I'm sorry. Duh! The wit. Gilda, sorry, back onto it. But he's still a fixed sign, so it doesn't really matter, does it? It's the same thing. I mean, change can be awkward, but this indicates change. But it also indicates, moving from rough waters to smooth. Just got to have a bit of an idea of where you're going. You may not have to have, everything mapped out to the nth degree. Ease up on yourself. Don't get all too Virgo here and just, you've got to have a plan for your plan and fallback plan for your fallback plan. Remember, you should know above everybody, no plan survives contact with the enemy. So be prepared to be on your feet and adjust a little bit, but do accept that change is coming, and it's change that should be embraced, because I think it's going to be a largely beneficial change. So there you go.
You're first for Sean.
Sean, my friend, what we got? Steady now. This is probably sometimes the propensity to get all the wrong kind of exercise, like casting aspersions, flying off the handle and jumping to conclusions. Let's not do it. Whoa. I know there's a lot can wind a person up in this day and age, especially when you're confronted with people who just cannot see. But I would try to respectfully remind you, trying to reason with a person who is literally beyond reason is unreasonable. Okay, so and will just result in you just becoming mad at yourself, because can't you see? No, they cannot. They will not. and so basically, just try to be kind, and it'll do your head in less. Do you know what I mean? It is very difficult, I get that, and there's an awful lot of things you could get really mad and really frustrated about, but reason is out of the picture at this point. You can't. All you can do is be kind, and it's going to be lather, rinse, repeat, lather, rinse, repeat.
So funny. I validate what you say.
Yes.
But I also have a whole different take on the energy.
Have at it, though. Have at it. Do that.
Sean, I think this is you kicking some ass and taking no prisoners. I feel like you're going to accomplish a whole bunch of stuff that you've been working on. that you're really going to look at the details and lay things out and map things out and get your schedule down and really just full steam ahead, really make best use of energy. I think you're going to have that kind of like drive and passion of Mars that's just going to push you. And you won't have to push yourself so much. You'll be able to kind of get in that groove and get moving.
Ride the wave, so to speak, yeah. Hey, we can both be right. They're not mutually exclusive. Thank you, whoever's pushing up loads and loads of hearts for us. We love it. And if you've got a question, just throw us a gift of any kind at all.
All right.
Matters not. TikTok, universe.
I'm first
Rose,
for Laura.
Oh, apparently everybody's wishing happy birthday to Carol.
First for Laura.
Laura.
Ooh, Laura, I feel like some strides are being made and that you're going to start to feel safe and secure. I think you've spent a lot of this year in upheaval, and I think that now you're going to be able to get a little bit grounded, get a little bit focused, and feel a little more safe.
You know what? We're not going to disagree.
Okay.
And, sometimes I see this card as very much like, authority, but I think you've actually gotten back into the driving seat. I think that's what's happened here. And I think you've managed to wrangle some order into your chaos. And I think that is really, really useful and good for you. And you've got to continue to do that. But don't just get all business and all work, because all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. You need to just really bring yourself into that balance, harmony too, you gotta have light and shade. Yes, sometimes you have to be the authority. You have to that's it, I've drawn my line, we're going no further with this is it, this is what we're dealing with, that's an absolute, it's not negotiable, blah blah blah. But also sometimes you have to think, for your own health and well-being, mental health particularly, that it's important to just let off steam and play a little bit too. So just keep that balance in mind. All right,
you're first for Helena.
Another Aquarian. Oh, hey, this doesn't suck. This doesn't suck. This I think Lisa calls this her exhale card. But it is. It really is. It's okay now. The flow is coming. This is the active principle of force being turned into form. The realization, I think, of an idea. The manifestation of a reality. So I think this bodes well, and aces for me are always pivotal. It means they're happening right now. So I think good stuff's happening. Just be important not to. I know it's difficult, but you've got to really keep your focus on what's good that's happening, because there's always for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. So sometimes we're going to, why does this have to be tough? Why does this, woosah, focus on the good, and the tough will be, minimized. I think
this week pay special attention to crown chakra.
Oh, well, there you go.
So there's all these lotus flowers down here, and crown chakra is kind of like the multi-thousand-petaled lotus.
Sorry, no crown, please, no crown.
I think that whatever information or connection you make this week is going to be very important. So you may want to keep a little separate diary or journal for channeled information that comes in this week that will help you make decisions for the coming year.
Journaling's always good. We always recommend people keep a weirdness journal.
I am first for Jessica.
Jessica! What is going on here?
With all the ads,
it's just
annoying.
They're desperate to put adverts on our channel, and we get a whole
it's
microcent
because we have so many
that.
watchers.
We get a microcent for it, 1 microcent, and it's very disruptive to the flow. But you can't turn them off.
Interesting. Okay.
Interesting.
And I think what I'm going to say here for Jessica is going to speak to a lot of us, including myself. There are times when we can focus on good things, right? When we can see that there's these two cups that are full of potential and hope and growth. And there are times when we can just feel like we're in that groove. Everything's going well. I've got a handle on it. I feel happy. I feel healthy. Money's flowing to me. Everything is cool. And then there are other times when we kind of get sucked into the spilled cups. Why does everything have to be so difficult? Why do I have to work so hard? Why do I this? Why do I that? And getting ourselves out of that potential negative energy can be really hard. But dropping out of the positive space seems to happen when we're not even thinking about it, right? We'll be focused and happy, and then all of a sudden, oh, fuck, now we're looking at shitty stuff again. So I think the important thing for you, Jess, and for whoever is watching, is to really, really work this week on the details of good stuff. Look at all that you've been through that was heavy and hard and took your energy. And then think of all that you really have accomplished and how freaking amazing you are. Right? So let us all take heed of this energy this week and look at how amazing we are. But yeah, Jess, I think, good going.
It's very true. It's very true. We do sometimes get caught up in it. I mean, I think a couple of weeks ago on my birthday, I was feeling very sorry for myself, and it wasn't the fact that I was getting older. It was just like everything was just like bent out of shape.
Yeah, it gets on you.
And sometimes you do, and we're blessed that we have each other that can sort of reach over and pull each other up, which is wonderful and fantastic. But sometimes you've got to be the self-rescuing princess or prince, whatever gender you identify as. It's but it is easy sometimes because there's so much in this world. It's almost like the slant is whenever you turn the news on or you read your news feed or there's a lot of negativity flying around. There's a lot of hate and hostility in the world, and it's sometimes hard to distance yourself from that because we are of this world. We do draw breath. Things do get to us.
But we always feel so much better when we're on the positive focus.
And this is, one of the things is we have, not every Friday night, but a lot of Friday nights we have circles, obviously, at our store in New Paltz, just in our little church's annex behind the store there. And I can't begin to tell you the number of times I thought I just couldn't be. I don't want to go. I don't. I'm just
tired.
Like zapped. I'm tired. Everything has been sodding frustrating today, And then I get there and I'm transformed. And it really is just changing your focus. That's all it's about. And it's one of those truisms that's so ridiculously simple, we don't realise the importance of it. But it is quite simply, what you focus on comes into focus. And where you look is where you focus that energy, and energy then drags everything with it. It's what formulates your thoughts.
But honestly, if you think about all that you've been through,
you've done amazing stuff,
and all that you've done. So focus on the things you've accomplished, and you'll get that really positive energy back.
That's it. And you've also learned an awful lot of new tricks. These adversities that you've faced and overcome, you've learned a lot of new tricks in doing that. So it's important. Keep your focus good, and things will be good. It's all water under the bridge.
All right, you're first for Peggy.
Peggy, how you doing today? Oh, whoosh, whoosh. Okay, things are quite brisk, but at least there's a cohesive energy here. These are like flying in the right direction, almost like this covering fire for you to be able to maneuver. You got one foot on the ground, fire and maneuver. It's a very military thing, I know, but it's like, whilst they're covering fire, your enemy's got its head down and you can actually get on with stuff. So use this opportunity to actually propel yourself forwards. We look on the back of the shot here, we've got a house on a hill with a river running past. This is a really well, protected location, and you've got a supply of water here. So all in all, even though things seem brisk and possibly chaotic, you will see that there's actually the cohesive energy just keep with it. Use this burst of energy to propel yourself forward.
Peggy, I feel like you're finally going to sell something that you've been trying to sell. I have no idea if it's a piece of property, real estate, or if it's something you've created, but I feel like this card is talking about a windfall.
Oh, nice.
But it's a windfall as a result of finally getting something sold, an idea, whatever it is. There's money coming and a feeling of accomplishment.
Can't be bad then.
All right.
Who we got now?
I'm
You
first
four.
for Anna Marie.
Anna Marie. Dun, dun, dun.
Carol says circles rescued her many times.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Anna
just makes
Marie.
people... Another card that
All
doesn't
right.
suck.
Communication is really, really important, and being specific with your words. If you want to maintain control of situations, you have to be really precise, right? If you get all emotional and angry or weepy or whatever it is, you're not going to be taken seriously. So maintain control however best you can this week.
I'll see your Ace of Swords and raise you an Ace of Swords. This is about wresting back the sword of control, and I think sometimes if we get stuck in the enormity of a problem that is in front of us, breaking it down into smaller pieces is a really good way to go. Swords divide, okay, so parse some little pieces off, deal with each little individual thing, take your mini victories, you're wresting back the sword of control, you're going to get through this, and you get through it really, really well, Anne-Marie. Just, you don't have to run anybody through with that. I mean, we've got the olive branch and the seaweed here, which is says, you know, you're balancing your elements here. You really are. It's not just emotion, but it's also practicality. You know, so, but it's not just practicality. It's also emotion. So just keep it all in balance. Bust it down into pieces, and just knock each one off as you go, and just keep going. You got the sword of control. You're going to be absolutely fine.
You're first for Carol, the birthday girl.
Carol, the birthday girl. Oh, hey. This isn't a bad card. I know you may think, what's left. I'm going to tell you, there is so much as yet unrealized potential. It extends off both sides of the card. There's a whopping great big plowed field here. So what do you want to be when you grow up, Carol? Maybe it's time you ask that question, because I don't know. There's still something that is wonderful if you start moving towards it. I think you've been pondering a while. Maybe put spurs to horse and let it happen, eh? Here, cop the card.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
Sometimes I get words and they create an image, and I try to figure out what the heck is going on. And when this card came out, I heard ironing.
Okay.
Now, I can't imagine, Carol, that you're going to be ironing. But I feel it's kind of a message of ironing out some details. There's things that have just been kind of hanging around, and things that you want to have be a different way or a certain way, or you're just like ironing some things out, smoothing some things out. When we used to have to iron things, we had to be pretty precise, right? You had to turn things and switch things and iron some things inside out, and
you
be
only
careful
want one
of
crease down your shirt.
be careful of creases and collars and all that kind of stuff, which is a very Virgo detail kind of thing, and we don't have to iron anymore. But the image of ironing, I think, is about paying attention to details and getting some things like done and dusted.
Right.
Now the laundry's done, and I've done my ironing, and everything is hung, and it's the way I want it to be. So I don't know what that means to you, but I feel like you're ironing out some details.
Well, thank you for following us. Thank you for liking our live. Is it Rebecca Love? I can't say Rebecca blah blah blah. I think that is, but thank you for following us. If you want to read and just throw us a gift, doesn't matter what. Anything from a rose to a TikTok universe, whatever. All right, so we always do what we
always do that, don't we?
Oh yeah, but it's okay.
You're first for Cass, by the way.
Doesn't suck. Doesn't suck at all. Seven of Pentacles. Just remember, Cass.
So this is Cass, yeah.
I know it's difficult for us Leonine individuals. Patience is not something we're given to, particularly, is it? But the grass grows all by itself. It really does. We don't have to stand there yanking on it. Come on, you know. So long as we just do what's necessary, those simple little Virgo detailed oriented things. I'm trying not to speak English. Say
you
orientated.
can say orientated. They know what you mean.
Orientated. I put my aluminum altimeter in the garage. Yes. But moving on. Just literally, do what's necessary. Water when it's necessary. Move any slugs and snails when necessary. Don't overthink it. Just do the simple stuff and boom. It just does it all by itself. So this is very, I think you're moving into a great time of harvest.
That's what I was going to say. To me, this is about harvest for you this week. Being able to take advantage of some of the things you've worked so hard on. And it's also a very harvest time of year, right? We're coming into that time when we pick all the things we've worked on all summer. But yeah, I feel like this is mind, body, spirit, not just physical body, but emotional stuff and spiritual stuff. And I do feel it's a time of fruition. Seeing some things come to a place of harvest and being able to say, okay, now I want to preserve what I've grown. I want to care for what I've grown. I want to get the best out of what I've grown. So I feel like that's what the contemplation part is about. Now that you have grown it, now that you've reached this harvest, how will you preserve it, or how will you get the best energy from it? And I think this is going to be a really good week for you, Cass.
There you go. Can't be too shabby. Not too shabby at all.
I'm first for Geraldine.
Geraldine! Why do I always say that?
I don't know, because you're weird.
You say that too.
Geraldine, this card can be about volunteer work. So you may be making some sort of decision regarding volunteer work this week. Again, the devil's in the details kind of thing. If you're getting out of it what you put into it and you feel like it's helping or you're making a difference, then you'll continue with it. If you feel like you're not being appreciated or you're being used, then you may not continue with it, right? So you see the one guy's dressed in white, one guy's dressed in red. So there is a little bit of difference here. What are you going to do? Are you going to continue in the way you've been going? Or are you going to choose something else where you feel you make more of a difference?
This is interesting because you really, there's so much in this card. We could probably write a book just about this one card, quite literally. But the word Hierophant is in and of itself an amazing word. Hiero being secret and Phant being that which exalts or shows off or not necessarily reveals, but illuminates, puts on a pedestal kind of thing. So this guy is actually putting all the secrets on a pedestal and honors the idea that the secrets are secret and you are too lowly to know these secrets because it's a deep and secretive matter that is only revealed to those that are worthy, and at the same time conversely giving away all of the secrets because they're hidden in plain sight. So I think for you a little bit of critical thinking is necessary here in terms of your discernment. The Hierophant is always there to teach us lessons, but the lesson may not be what it immediately appears to be. There's the tricky thing. And if it's that you've learned to be able to see through something or somebody or some other pretense, some falsehood that has been exalted perhaps, this is in and of itself the actual lesson. So you've learned that kind of critical thinking. So whether it is, as Lisa says, something to do with a reassessment of your volunteer work, or whether it's just like gleaning a deeper understanding of the nature of things and the nature of people and the nature of the way that people manipulate people, etc., etc. All of this may be profoundly moving for you to get this. But these are the things, these lessons are the things that our soul yearns for, to be able to get them. They're not always easy. They can be quite painful, but there is always good in it. Is there not?
Okay.
Is there not? That's what I would say.
All right. So before we pull card of the week,
Yes.
I just want to say a few more things
Please.
about using astrology to your advantage, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when we're looking at, like I said, Virgo season, we're working with astrology, sun sign astrology. We're looking at the sign the sun is in, right? Virgo season.
Yes.
And then I said, oh, the new moon will be in Virgo. So now we have another little piece of the recipe, sun and moon. So there's even more attention to detail. We could look at sun sign astrology and think about what's coming up politically, right? So we said the showy Leo time were the conventions, and then the detailed speaking time are the debates. And then after that, we have Libra, which is going to bring justice and open enemies. And then we have the Scorpio time, which is going to reveal the hidden. And then we have the Sagittarius time, and Sagittarius time is higher thinking, other cultures, and like the world getting smaller. Then we go into Capricorn, and Capricorn is the time of financing and, fiscal kind of thing. And then we move into Aquarius during inauguration. The inauguration day is the first day of Aquarius usually. So, we could look at things that way. We can look at what's being offered by sun and moon astrology, or we can actually look at a chart and see where are the other planets and how are they working together. What signs are they in? What aspects do they make? So, you can look at the picture however you want to, in whatever detail you want to.
Right.
But the idea is to pay some sort of attention, right? So we're in Virgo season. What does that mean to you? How can you use that energy? What is the moon doing? It's waning. How can we release something? Just get yourself to pay attention to the cycles of things.
Cycles. Wheels within wheels. Circle within a circle.
Exactly. Card of the week. Ta-da!
Oh, talk about learning to ask the right questions.
Yep. I just feel like saying, whatever's going on, we will get through this, right? This is going to be one of those weeks where we have to use our heads, right? Don't lose your head. That's still going on. Don't lose your head. Use your psychic intuition to your advantage and get yourself across that abyss.
Speaking of, I had to read this, and I almost woke you up and told you about it. As I was reading early this morning when you were sleeping, I woke up courtesy of Hector again.
4 a.m. Yeah.
Isn't he lovely?
Yeah.
So I got up and shut the windows because a cock crowing through the window
At 4 a.m.
before the light has even broken the dawn. I don't know. It's frustrating, but anyway. So the kind of interesting RFK Jr. fellow
Oh dear.
decapitated a dead whale and took it home.
No, it was a bear, wasn't it?
No, this is another
Another
story that has just broken. So he took home a decapitated whale.
The body or the head?
He took home the body, having took the head off it. I do not understand why. It's
A whale?
well, I guess a small one, but it's just what the.
This can't be true stuff.
Well, no. I mean, go look it up. I mean, it broke on. I think it was on Reuters or something. So I think it might be true. It's not. I do. Yes. Helen's going, oh dear Lord, are you serious? Go check it out. I mean, if I jump online now, I could probably tell you. But yeah, go check that out. There's some like.
What does that have to do with our card of the
No,
week?
we were talking about, the Al Ghul kind of thing.
Oh, don't lose your head.
Yeah, off with the head. And of course he's,
Well, we're going to have stories about decapitations, apparently.
Well, maybe so, because that's what it does mean, doesn't it? It's the decapitation kind of thing. But he also suspended his campaign, so he's knocked his own head off as well in that respect. So it's interesting.
Weird.
Anyway, enough of this. Moving on to this. It's really interesting because I was actually outside the store looking at these two pillars, discussing them yesterday with two of our friends who come around and going to help us with the soffits and stuff like that. So yeah, and I was trying to explain what these energies are, the Boaz and Yakim, the pillars of the Temple of Solomon. But those pillars and the temple itself, these are metaphors. They're metaphors.
She's just talking about.
I just googled it. Ye's daughter shared this. Interesting, eh? But what are you going to do?
So bizarre.
I don't know. There is. I will tell you, fact is stranger than fiction quite often. but these energies, they're a metaphor. They're a metaphor. This Boaz and Yakim, it's a metaphor. The Temple of Solomon, although some say was actually a real place, was in fact, or is in fact mythologically speaking of you, your temple, your own temple, so to speak. So it's about you, your
walk
psyche.
Between them and walk between the worlds.
You do walk between the worlds when you come into our store, and it's kind of interesting because even the number of it's like 180. So
come and turn yourself around.
You're going to turn yourself around. You're going to reassess everything, and that's the beautiful thing. Because sometimes we wind up with our head, firmly stuck in the sand, and unwilling to embrace or look at new information, wonderful stuff around us, and one of the most profound things that one of our teachers taught me, Tammuz, Skip, loved him to small pieces. Look, he said, and you'll see. Look again, you'll see more. Look again, you'll see even more. And I think that's the key, observing things. There are some incredible, she's got so much information to offer, but you have to ask the right questions. But when you realise that this is not necessarily a place but maybe you, that which you seek may lie within you all along. Learning to ask the right questions, learning to look at things helps you unlock the mysteries. Because the mysteries.
Well, so this week is about unlocking some mysteries, paying attention to detail, paying attention to our intuition, and releasing that which does not serve us.
Yeah, but that's again looking at things in a slightly different way.
All right,
it's really necessary.
I think that's us for today.
So there you go. Thank you guys. Thank you for joining us. Hello, Shina. You're late
She's
to the
laughing.
party.
You got her with the decapitated whale.
I'm sorry about that.
All right.
But yeah,
it's just a lot of weirdness, people.
It's more weird Al Ghul stuff.
Well,
for those
there's a lot of weirdness, and discerning what's real and what's AI is also part of this. Not losing our heads.
Isn't that true?
What is real?
Isn't that true? Check your facts, people. When somebody says something, it takes mere seconds to see whether that there's any semblance of fact, whether it's misquoted, whether it's out of context. Gosh, you're making more and more kyanite. We obviously need lots of positive energy.
Now there's one for each of us is what happened. Okay. All right, peeps.
Yes.
Remember that if you find the facts, then if somebody disagrees with the facts, that's not a fact, it's an opinion.
Yes. But we have alternative facts.
Yes.
No.
All right. All right. Well, that's going to be dangerous.
We'll maybe vacuum that or something.
Okay.
Don't put it on the floor.
All right, people, have a wonderful week.
Thank you for joining us.
Don't lose your head.
Don't.
Stay
Do
cool.
not.
Stay calm. Stay focused.
All right.
All right. Have a great one. See you next Monday.
Love you guys.
Bye.
We'll stop here first. Bye on the tick of tock. You guys watching us, have a nice one.
Why didn't you let me do the candle?
Oh, it's okay.
I
did not burn myself. And goodbye to you. Smoke signals, everybody. We're saying goodbye in smoke signals. Have an amazing week. Thank you for watching. Take care. All right. 12 hours, 47 minutes.